Hey guys, it's Heather, and today we are going to talk about the 10 things that I'm not going to be spending my money on in 2026. So, as most of you know, I collect multiple things: handbags, house fragrance, personal fragrance, shoes, wax, quite a few things. And this has been an expensive year. So as many of you know, my brother is battling cancer and he is a single man that lives on his own and he was not able to work. So my husband and I kind of took on a lot of the responsibility for his day-to-day, expenses. We also have a grandbaby that is coming in January. And of course I have gone nuts spoiling her before she's even here. So I started thinking about some changes that I wanted to make going forward. I like to shop. That's one of the things that I like to do. It's a hobby of mine, an expensive hobby, obviously, and I never want to tell you to buy something that's not within your means. And I don't purchase with outside of my means. This year has been a little more expensive for us, and I think next year I just kind of need to take some time to catch back up from this year. So my brother's been battling cancer now we're going on 14 months. And yeah, it's been a tough battle. But I've been there for him and in every way that I possibly can. He has now been able to get on some assistance, so that helps quite a bit. But yeah, so I just wanted to discuss kind of not really a New Year's resolution situation. I guess it kind of is. It's not like trying to lose weight or I'm going to exercise every day or that type of thing. But I took some time. I'm having kind of a slow morning this morning, and I took some time to think about maybe 10 things that I don't want to spend my money on in 2026. Now, there are some caveats to that, and I'll get to those in just a second. So do you guys do this? Do you think about the following year? Please excuse my hair. We have had rain and cold, dreary weather for 4 days straight now, and when I curl it in the morning, it just does what it wants to do in the afternoon, and it's tomorrow's wash day. All right, I did make myself a list. So, and what I'm going to do is after I've gone through this list with you all, I'm going to take you and show you the collections that I have. I'm not going to go through each thing. I'm just going to kind of show you what's there, and so you can see why I don't need more of these things. And it's kind of going to give you a closet tour as well. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, because that's going to be coming when I get to that section. All right. I think a few of you in the past have seen my candle collection. First thing on my list is candles. I am not going to purchase any candles in 2026. I've actually already started this in the last couple of months. I don't think I've purchased a candle in about 2 months. That is saying something. I know for a lot of you thinking, oh, 2 months, that's nothing. And for most of you, it's not. But I am addicted to scents, and I know that they're toxic. I understand that. But I love the ambiance, and I have a large house, and scenting the house is, in different rooms. I have one candle burning over here right now. I have 3 on the main level. I think that I have 1 in a candle warmer, but it's about gone. But, it's actually, I'm kind of proud of myself because we just went through the whole Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, and I came out of the other side of that purchasing 0. And I got an email from Bath & Body Works that was like 40% off their entire site or something. And I did hop on to see, and I said, you know what, you don't need them. And my candle collection is quite large. It's actually spilled over to another room of my house, which I did show you in that last video. That's not a new thing, but it is shrinking now. So in 2026, my goal is to get through my candle collection. I have actually given some away, but I am not going to purchase any candles in 2026, and I don't think I'm going to need to. All right, the second thing is I love wax melts as well, whether they are vendor wax melts, which was new to me this year, or Scentsy, which I've been using for many, many years. In fact, trying to find a scent of Scentsy that I had run out that I'd used for many, many years is what introduced me to vendor wax. And that's a whole new world. That is it's a world on YouTube. There's a world on social media. They have buy from me groups and trade groups and all kinds of things. And I got sucked down that rabbit hole, and it was a fun ride. But one of the things that I found was when you do a pre-order, you don't know what these things smell like, and you read the descriptions and you're like, oh my God, that is going to be incredible. So you go on when they have their pre-order, and you purchase stuff that you're not going to get for anywhere from like 6 to 12 weeks. It kind of depends. I did that more times than I want to admit this year. And I just recently received my last box of wax, which was like 2 weeks ago, that I completely forgot that I had even ordered. And then those companies do ready to ship orders as well. I'm talking about vendor wax here. And so you found one that you absolutely love, and then it's like a screaming madhouse. You're counting down the minutes until that ready to ship comes live on their website, and you have to get in really, really fast before it pops out of your cart and it's gone. And there was one scent in particular from one vendor that I was just gaga over, and I have way too much of it now. Oh my goodness, I have way too much of it now. The good news is these things do cure over a period of time, and I'm not purchasing anymore. I honestly believe that I have more wax in that door right there, that closet, than I can use, I know, in a year. So I will not be buying any more wax, not even from Scentsy right now. My Scentsy consultant is not going to be thrilled about that. But I was actually on there the other day. They were having a sale. One of my Scentsy warmers that was a Christmas one it was time to let that one go. And I thought about replacing it, and I said, Heather, no, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. And I didn't place the purchase. It was like a $26 purchase, but still, I decided not to do it. I logged out and said, you don't need this. You have other warmers. And you can get warmers from Amazon. You can get warmers from Walmart, Target. Although the Target ones I found haven't been all that great. But anyway, the second one is my wax melt collection, and my plan is to start working on getting through that. I do have, I think, 12 warmers going at one time, 3 different levels of my house. There's only one room that has 2 warmers, and that's my living room, and it's a very big living room, so it's not overwhelming in there. And I go through a lot of wax when I do it, but here recently I've not been changing my wax as often, so it's not reducing size. So, and I'm not going to do my wax melt and candle empties anymore. Y'all didn't seem to like those videos, and I can't stand collecting that much junk. I need to get it out. So, all right, the next thing is body lotions. Now, I am a dry skin girly. I've always been a dry skin girly. I have eczema, so I am constantly putting some sort of, and I go through an obscene amount of lotion. But then I'll see a new scent or something, and I purchase a whole bunch of them and have backup after backup after backup, or the tubs of the body creams or body butters. I'm going to force myself to go through everything I currently have in my collection, which is a considerable amount, and I even have seasonal ones in there. I'm going to try to use, like the winter ones I'm going to try to use now, and try to use the seasonal ones. But I'm not going to buy another body lotion until all of my body lotions are gone. Even if that means I have to use some summery time one in the winter or the wintertime one in the summer, that's what I'm going to do. Some of them are Bath & Body Works. Some of them are EOS, but they're all over the board. And I'm going to give you an overview of each one of these collections at the end. And it's no judgment here, okay, guys? No judgment. All right, the next category is makeup. I've actually done a really good job on this already. I think the only thing I purchased in the last 6 months was an eyebrow pomade or whatever, because my eyebrows are like non-existent without putting multiple things on them. I draw them on, I have to put the wax on and all of that stuff. But I am no longer falling into the hype of, oh, this brand new eyeshadow palette. Because when I really take the time out, I'll see something, and I'm a sucker for packaging. But when I see this gorgeous packaging and I open it up and I'm like, oh, those look familiar. And then I'll go through my collection and be like, oh, well, these shades are very similar. And I do definitely have a type. I have a color palette. You open palette after palette after palette after palette, and they repeat themselves. And it's usually the packaging that gets me super excited about it. And then I have way more than I can use. Now, over the last few years, I have considerably downsized my makeup collection. Most of everything I use sits in my vanity. I do have one little plastic drawer in my closet, which I'll show you, with backup like eyeshadows, eyeliners, which I don't need another eyeliner until I'm 112. I have way too many blushes, that type of thing. So I'm not going to fall for the hype of the new best, makeup palette or eyeliner, because literally once you put the eyeliner on, you forget which one you put on anyway, right? There is one right now by Victoria Beckham that I want. but it's going to look exactly the same as the thousands of other ones I have. Not thousands, but you know what I'm saying. So and eyeliners take, for me, a very long time to go through because I don't use eyeliner every single day. Most days I will use one of the darkest shades in my eyeshadow palette and just kind of go over the top and lower lashes just to give my eyes a little bit of oomph, because my lashes themselves are very, very light, just like my eyebrows. My eyes are blue, so I don't have a lot of pop there, so I have to put something or my eyes disappear. So makeup is the next one. The only caveat to that is going to be foundation. I do have quite a few foundations right now that I'm trying to get through. I used to be all about the La Mer. I loved that foundation. But you know, in my quest to find something that wasn't, they went up to like $140 or $150 for that one foundation. And even though it's got skincare ingredients in it, it wasn't better than my favorite one, which is the Clinique All Day whatever. And I did over the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals on Amazon. Ulta. It was on Ulta. I purchased my foundation shade that I really, really like, and it was on sale for $27 online, and it's normally like $38. So it's not a huge savings, but I have one that's got like 2/3 or 3/4 left in it, and then that one, and then my other ones. So my goal is to get through those other ones, but some of them are too dark for how pale I am right now, and so I won't be able to use a lot of those until the summertime. And I think there's actually a backup one or two in my backup drawer. So we'll check in a little bit. All right. The next thing is skincare. So I'm not buying anything new. All these new, this is the best of the best right now. This is a brand new for your neck, for your under eye, for your texture, for your whatever. And I purchase these things and then I wait for them to come in, and then ultimately I forget exactly how I was supposed to use it or what it actually even did. And I have tubes and tubs and vials and sprays, and you know what I'm saying. I have them everywhere. I even have backups of mine. And some of them, I have my collection of things that I really, really like. And I have been trying to go into those things that have been in there for a minute. And even if I don't use it on my face, I'll use it somewhere else on my body. So at least I've used it up type of thing. But other than my prescription skincare that's on subscription, I'm not going to purchase any more over-the-counter lotions or potions or tonics or whatever it is until what I've got is gone. Then I'll start focusing on what's better out there. You know, I'm getting older. I have wrinkles. I have texture on my skin. I have uneven tones of my skin. And so I'm always trying to find the next best thing. And the problem is that I don't give one of them long enough to actually do what it was supposed to do when I purchased it, because the next best thing has come out too, and I purchased that one too. And ultimately they all seem to be working the same. So anyway, no more skincare except for my prescription one that's on subscription until my collection, what I've got right now, all my backups are gone. The next one, and this one is going to be a hard one for me. No more handbags or SLGs. I have not counted, but I want to say, and I've been working on my handbag collection video because a lot of you have asked me for that. I've done 2. I've done part 1 and part 2. There's going to be a part 3 and a part 4 when I have time to film those. But it is a lot of work getting everything out, getting everything set up. I have to bring all my lighting downstairs and all of that stuff. So one at a time. I'll probably film another one in another week or so because I don't want to bore you guys either. But I have noticed when I look through my closet, I have a lot of similar bags. I definitely have my style or my kind of colorway. I do have a lot of different sizes of bags, but I have, I want to say 60 or 65 handbags right now. And that's plenty. That's absolutely plenty. That gives me, was there 52 weeks in a year? If I used one bag for a week, I still wouldn't get to all of my bags and use them for a full week. And right now I've been trying to go through, I'm going to take this one in a few days and then I switch out of it and I take another one. So I'm trying to use my bags. That's another kind of theme for me right now, is use the things I own. Go into my closet, look at my clothing, especially if it's something that I purchased and it's still in there with tags. Heather, rip the tag off and put it on your body. Do it. Just do it. It's not going to get different. It's not going to, just use it. Cost per wear matters. cost per wear matters. So, and the same thing happens with our handbags. I mean, I do have some handbags that I will probably end up, putting on my Poshmark. I already found a few wallets that I'm going to as soon as I have time to do that. So, but handbags and SLGs, small leather goods, wallets, card cases, zip pouches, whatever, I'm going to try to not buy even one in 2026, not even one. That one hurts a little bit. All right, next on my list is sunglasses. Now, I don't show you all my sunglasses. I don't think I've ever shown you all my sunglasses. I have more sunglasses than I need. Some of them I can't use and I'm not sure what to do with because some of them had a prescription, like an old prescription in them, but they're a Tiffany sunglass with an old prescription. Who do I give those to? What do I do with those? So they just sit in the drawer. I have a sunglass drawer. Yes, I have a sunglass drawer. It's sunglasses and all their little boxes and bags and stuff. But I do not need any more sunglasses. I need to go through those and find the ones I love, the ones I can wear. I have one pair that I love, but they need to be tightened because they slide down my nose and whatever. But no more sunglasses for 2026. I have one set of eyes, and my favorite pair of my prescription glasses, if you walk outside, they get dark. If you walk inside, they get light. So they kind of play double duty. But no more sunglasses, Heather. I'm telling you right now. The next one is also going to be a difficult one, and that is perfume, personal scent. I have a ridiculous collection of perfume. I have been collecting for many years. I have a wall cabinet over here, and then in my downstairs bathroom, I have what I'm currently using on my little tray in my bathroom, and I rotate those out. It's about time to rotate them out. I've been using what's on that tray for about a month now. And I do use most of them, but I don't use all of them. So my plan in the new year is to go through all of my scents. Now, I have two little shelves on the bottom that have Bath & Body Works body mists, and then I have a rotating thing in my closet of my fall and winter scents that are there now. My plan is to go through those and downsize that. The ones that I really love I'll keep because those are good for like spraying on at night or just a little touch-up type of thing, but they're not actually a long-lasting perfume. They are a body mist. So, and then I have other body mists as well from other companies, but I think I'm going to spend some time in the beginning of the year really looking at each shelf individually and deciding, is this something that I really like, or would somebody else love this more? So, and I do have a Excel spreadsheet that has all of my scents that I currently own. They're in categories like for what time of year to wear them. So let's say I want something for the spring, I can type in spring and it'll bring up my entire list of the things that when I looked at them, felt like they were ones I wanted to use in the springtime. And then I can go from there. Do I want floral? Do I want gourmand? Do I want, you know what I'm saying? So I am very organized when it comes to my collections. But I mean, I don't have a spreadsheet for my purses and my handbags and SLGs. And I know some of you do that, but yeah, so that's my plan for my perfumes, and my plan is for me not to purchase any for myself. I do believe my son wants to get me a perfume for Christmas, but I'm not talking about gifts. I'm talking about me spending my money on in 2026. All right, next is hair care. Again, it's kind of the same thing with the skincare, the next best thing, the next best thing, the next best thing. And I did a hair care journey video maybe a month and a half ago. And the items that are in that collection is 99% of what I currently use. But I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm just not using because I like my current routine, what I'm currently using. So I think the only thing I would really have to purchase at this point, anytime in the near future, is going to be another bottle of the shampoo that I like. But other than that, I'm not buying, or if I run out of hairspray, that type of thing. But I do not need any other brand, anything. I'm going to stick with what is working for me, what is helping my hair health, the routine that I've got right now, and I'm not going to try the next thing that comes on my Instagram feed and, for length or volume or whatever. What I'm using is working. So no more hair care products. And I said, use up what I have, and I'm going to try to use some of the things that are in my backup collection, unless it's just something that I don't want to use anymore, then I'm just going to get rid of it. And then I said, unless I run out of something that I do need, like a hair oil or something that I love. And then the last thing on my top 10 list is clothing. That's including jeans, jackets, and sweaters. And then everything else is going to be a 1 in, 1 out rule. And I guess that could be the same thing for the jeans and stuff too. If jeans I don't like anymore, but I'm talking about blouses, tops of types of things, you know, trousers. I have, and I'll show you, more jeans than I need, more jeans than any human needs. Sweaters are the same way, and jackets. I have a coat closet that has like my heavier coats, and then in my closet I actually have all my jackets that are fall and winter right now, but I have a third closet in my spare bedroom that has all my spring linen type jackets. So no more, no more, no more. Not that I'm not going to do clothing boxes and stuff, you know, but I will still maybe find pieces, but my rule is going to be, if I keep something, something must leave. 1 in, 1 out. And then I have a bonus. I have a bonus one. Skincare gadgets. You know, the toning and lifting and firming and plunging and, you know, all over lighting and whatever. I have a whole bunch of it. I have several items that I really, really love. And I still have yet to do a video on my Shark, the, you know, hydrofacial. I've just not had a moment to do that. And when I have used it, it's not been a time where I could actually set up my filming station. But no more gadgets. I'm not going to purchase anything else. No more. This is the newest red light therapy. This is the newest tightening gadget that does this and that and the other. I have things that are in backup cabinets that I I've replaced with new stuff, and that's still sitting there, and I'm not buying any more of that. I'm going to use what I have. I am not purchasing any more. No more. So I only have one face, and I don't have a lot of time to do all of them. I can't sit down and do, sometimes I'm lucky to do a sheet mask once a week, let alone, you know, some sort of red light therapy or whatever. So no more skincare gadgets of any type at all for 2026. So I don't care if something comes out and promises me that I'm going to look 20 years longer after one use. I'm not going to purchase that in 2026. Hold me to it, you guys. All right, I'm going to sip my tea before it gets cold, and then I'm going to take you into each little area that we just talked about so you can see why I'm not spending my money on them this year or next year. All right, so this is not going to be in order because I'm going from the room that I'm currently in. This is the walk-in closet that's in my office, and virtually everything you can see, there's some wrapping paper back there. Every other basket, drawer, hi Indigo, whatever you want to call it, is filled with wax melts. So every single one of these drawers, these have Walmart wax and stuff like that. These are all vendors. This is one of my favorite vendors. That's one of my favorite vendors. But bins on top of bins on top of bins. It got out of control. And yeah. I have no more coming. And I will not be purchasing any more. So I need to go through them and figure out which seasons are which. But I do go through a lot of wax melts. I just haven't been as much here recently. This little hanger, when Emily was a baby, hung on her closet. I just couldn't get rid of it. But anyway, that's my wax melts. All right, these are 2 different IKEA cabinets filled with personal fragrance. So if I open these doors, you might be able to see a little better, not reflection of the glass. I'm not turning the lights on in here, but this is the first cabinet. I will say, everything I own does fit in these cabinets. So that's the Bath & Body Works body mists with matching lotions. So, and then the second cabinet here. And then when we go downstairs, I'll show you what's on my vanity. That's the rest of my Bath & Body Works fragrances. And some of these are empty boxes. So all the boxes that you see down here are empty containers. I just thought the boxes were pretty. All right, let's go down. All right, these are the 3 cabinets that you've seen in the past in my living room, full of candles, different seasons. Now, some of them are decorative, like that acorn that's right there. I'll never burn that one. That was out for fall decor, and it's just a beautiful vessel. I would have purchased it empty, but it came with a candle, and I don't even love the candle scent. But I bought it for the aesthetics of it. And there's a couple of pumpkins up there that are ceramic. Never burned those either. But that is the first part of my candle collection. This is a cabinet in my dining room. I'm stuck to the chair. Oh my goodness. And this is about 2 rows back. I mean, some of them are candle holders in here. This is going to be a spring type one here, but you can see I have some larger candles, but also some candle holders and candle toppers, which, I mean, like, what am I ever going to do with that candle topper? Why did I spend that kind of money on that? But that's that part. And then a few less, but about, I guess maybe the same with candle toppers and, well, mainly candle bases, but candles in here as well. So that's it for my candle collection. Let's go into my bedroom. So this top drawer is my TV stand here, is filled with sunglasses. So it's got multiple layers, and some of those sunglasses are in the process of being used, and some of them are in their prospective bins back here, and one's in my purse, but I need to go through this drawer and reduce the amount that's in here and only keep what I love. All right, my vanity. I had to move some stuff over so you could see. So this is my kind of grab and go. Well, there's pens and stuff in here as well, but House Labs. This is my favorite one. This is the Clinique Even Better Makeup SPF 15 in the color CN62. I have a backup of this one coming. I've got several primers in here. More primer. This one is too dark for my skin right now. I do have an e.l.f. That one's pretty good. It's almost empty. This one is too dark for my skin right now. It's a terracotta by Guerlain. This one's actually pretty good too. It's a little heavy for me. This one's a little too dark for me right now. But yeah, I'm trying to use up what's in there. This is lip balms, lipsticks. Oh, and a little mini, what you call it, tape measure. In this drawer is mainly powders. Right now I'm focusing on getting this one used up, and I'm really close, probably another week or two, and then this one will be gone and I can throw away this container. But the rest of these are different types of powders. I do not need more powder. I mean, this is years worth of powders in here. So, all right, this drawer, that's my little makeup towel and a little sponge, but this is all bronzers and blushes and highlights all the way to the back. And you can see it goes all the way back there where that chart is. That's bronzers, blushers, and highlights. Do not need more of that. Okay. This drawer, single eyeshadows, brows. This is all brow stuff here. More single eyeshadows. There's actually stuff in the back of this single, the like lips, eyeshadow tubes. I hardly ever use a concealer, so why do I have 4 concealers? That's actually a single eyeshadow. But here's all my open and being used eyeliners, and it's looked like that forever and ever and ever. I have currently 4 mascaras going. One of them is waterproof. That one was from summertime, so it's probably time to get rid of that. And this one is almost empty, and this one is almost empty. But, oh, and some more powders in case I didn't have enough. This drawer is, well, this is a new thing I just got in a couple weeks ago. It's got some bronzing drops, some skincare, obviously, like a primer type thing, and a brow thing, and a blush thing, I believe. And then this is all my eyeshadow palettes. I believe this is all I own. They go all the way to the back here. I don't know if you can see them stacked back here as well. But I could make any look I want to, and most of these are duplicates. Now, these 3 I purchased because they were from The Mandalorian. They're Star Wars themed. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but my husband is. I mean, I've got so much. There's no way I'll use all of this. There's no way. All right. This drawer is, well, cards from my brother's doctors. So another tape measure. These are Tic Tacs from the UK. My 2 Nira, the red light therapy. One is the little point and the other one is larger point. I tend to use this one more because it goes faster. And I guess that one doesn't have as much in it. Okay, let's see. Then I have a little mini fridge, and in here I have some eye masks in here, some of my prescription skincare there, and then there's 2 bottles back there. I have some niacinamide. I have more cooling eye masks and my dermatology needleless serum, which I actually forgot was in there. Oh, and another eye cream. All right, that is it for the vanity. And here is just my brushes that do need to be washed and some lippies and tools and stuff. Okay. Going into my bathroom. This is my bathroom sink area. And here are the current perfumes that I've been wearing. This one is one of my newest ones. This is the Jo Malone London Sandalwood and Spiced Apricot. Oh, you can see the dent in that already. I've only had this like a month. I absolutely love it. I actually have a travel size of this in my purse. And then this is the Jo Malone London Ginger Biscuit that I've had since last year. You can see the dent I have in that. And this is the backup of that one that I throw in my purse when I'm wearing this. So I do like to have travel size and full size. But this was the one I'm wearing today. But I mean, I do use them. I can only use so many. All right, now we're gonna go into my closet. So yes, I have a space heater in the bathroom because this is the coldest room in the house. We're gonna have a sneak peek of my closet. Let's start. You wanna come in here, Indigo? You wanna come? All right, behind my door, I have a Coach. This is a tote bag that I have had. I honestly couldn't tell you when I didn't have it. I've had it. I used to have a matching wallet and I can't find it, but it's just a little nylon zip tote. And then I've got bras and jackets hanging back there, my nail polishes. But if you look above, I have a shelf that houses some bags. So my summertime straw type bags are all right there except for one Coach one that's on the other side. So I do have a Chloe, I have a Loewe, and then I don't remember the name brand of that one. And that one is Ted Baker, but I just thought it was so cute. Like, my fingers are not showing on here on the camera like they are in real life. And then we'll go through all of these bags, but so bags. This basket is filled with tote bags like Longchamp and Lululemon and things like that. Bags across the top, bags across the top, bags across the top, bags across the top, bags across the top. All right. This is my jeans collection. So these are colored jeans. Denim, 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 denim. Black. And then white and like crazy, like super wide leg or trouser type of thing, or ones that I don't pull for very often because I put them on and I immediately feel like they aren't me. So I need to go through that. And then from here up is sweaters to the top. Sorry, it's not. And then I have 4 more bins of sweaters to there. I do kind of have them organized by color, but that's a lot of sweaters. And I could probably add shoes. Could probably add shoes to this mix. So this is my center shoe section here. Then tall boots, more shoes, so summery sandals and stuff. And I have a basket in my laundry room that has flip-flops and things to run out the door and slippers and stuff. Oh, and I do have some, that's a sweater that I need to sew a button on right there. And I have 2 pairs of slippers underneath there. All right, coming over here. Now I don't have a linen closet. So this is, my closet is also my linen closet. So extra towels, washcloths, and a set of sheets. Excuse me. This is all my backup of everything. So let's start with backup makeup. That's this drawer here. Some powders. I do see a foundation in the Clinique for CN70, but that's like my summer color. But this is all my, there's more foundation. Lots of mascaras. I'm not going to need any of that. This is lippies, whether it's lip balm, lipsticks, and they're in there kind of by color and by brand. brushes. Don't need any more makeup brushes. And these are more face utensils, face things you do to your face. So micro needling pens. Yeah, some of my micro needling stuff here. Here is the wintertime body sprays and body lotions. A lot of this is like travel or grab and go. My backup meds is in there. These are contacts down here. All right, let's get to the lotions. Everything in this basket is some sort of a lotion or a body scrub. Everything in here, I believe everything in here is some sort of a body lotion or a body butter. Yes, everything in there is. Everything in here, except for this, there's 2 body sprays it looks like, but everything else in here is going to be a body scrub or a body lotion or a body oil type of thing. Here is a bin of different skincare tools. And there's a drawer in my bathroom that has some too. So skincare tools there. Oh, look, some more body sprays over here. This is my newest facial skincare tool, and I do love this, and I will film it when I get a chance. These are almost empty. This is what I usually grab to travel, but this is one of the shampoos and conditioners I use. Hair ties, put that up there. And I have two different body washes here. This is all body lotion. This is skincare, backup skincare. A lot of these I absolutely love. I just only have one face to put them on. That's backup hair care. More body oils and creams. And then these are just like Cinema Secrets for cleaning brushes here. This right here, I swear by. This is a Pure Magnesium Oil Spray 7. This is a bigger bottle. It's to here right now. I use this to fill up a small bottle that I keep in my nightstand, and I spray the bottom of my feet every single night. I suffer from cramps really bad. Muscle cramps. But that's that. I already showed you all my skincare stuff. So we're not done yet. Okay, let's see. You want to go out here, Indigo? Come on. Come on. All right. Bottom drawer. This is real life, y'all. These are all mainly hair care tools. But look, there's a skincare device. That's fully... Oh, I just turned it off. Or turned it on. I do use this, not all the time. I just don't like stuff sitting out on my countertop. I don't know how it ended up being... That's why it's got a charge to it, because I do use it. I'll fix that later. But these are all my backup hair tools. Hi. Hair tools. This is my husband's side. And this is my side. And then, let me just make sure there's nothing private in this drawer. Oh no, we're good. So this is my contacts. These are little trial sizes of skincare and stuff that I've been using up. This one is empty, just about. I think I have one more use of this. This one is almost empty, but that's kind of just a grab and go type thing. I need to use this up. I need to use this up. That's an open skincare, face cream. But we're still not done. All right, and I'm nervous to open this. Oh, more hair tools. Okay. This is underneath my bathroom sink. 99% of this is going to be hair tools, and some of it is going to be skincare. So, or hair care and skincare. Up here, it's just like cotton swabs and stuff. Oh, there's a skincare device. Look at that. Probably needs to be charged. Pull that out. And then this is like nail care back here. I've got a little bin that's got like nail clippers and cuticle clippers, nail files and stuff. This is all hair care. Every bit of that is hair care. I'm knocking stuff over. Look at me. If I want to get into this bottom drawer, I have to pull all of this out. This is a pain in the butt. What I use regularly I use this every time I do my hair. When I wash it, I use this every single time. If I need a hairspray, this is my favorite one. If I need a dry shampoo, this one is my favorite one. This is my favorite thermal spray, but I had backups of this and I'm trying to use this up as well. And then this is my favorite root lifter. In here is skincare. Some I will use. I love this stuff. I love this. But skincare, I mean, that's a jar of castor oil. So, but everything in this one is skincare. Sorry, I just about dropped you. Trying to show you guys why, you know, not just saying these are the 10 items I'm not going to spend my money on in 2026, but the reason why behind it. All right. This is skincare and hair care back here. I do like this mask. Oh, there's that's a mouthwash I use. Most of this I don't really use. There's a tanning thing back there. This is supposed to be great, but I can't use that after I've shaved my legs. It literally stings. My Navage, I love this thing for when I'm about to get sick. I have backups of that in the closet. My favorite face cloths, that's on subscription. This is all just little parts. This is like my eyebrow dyeing kit, eyelash dyeing kit, a little facial shaver. Look at that, more skincare. Some of this I use, like this is the prescription here. I do actually love this one. I love the Violet FR. I have too many of the dermatology ones. I love this. This, I have backups of this. I love this Photozyme MD. I have that one and the vitamin C in here. And then lastly, look, more body lotions, more body lotions, more body lotions. This is a big no-no for me. I'm trying to get rid of it. It's my very last I've had this in here for probably 5 or 6 years. It's my last non-aluminum free, whatever you call it, deodorant. And I love this one. And another mouthwash, some body sprays, and look at that, some more face creams and body lotions. So, yeah, there's trash sitting on the side of the tub. I need to take that out. But that is my 10 things that I'm not going to spend my money on in 2026 and why. So what do you have? Do you make New Year's resolutions? Are you trying not to spend more money on things you don't need in 2026? And drop it down below at least 1 or 2 items that you do not want to spend your money on in 2026. So I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is a weird position. And I hope you guys have a very happy day. Bye, guys. So I forgot there's one more spot. We're in my bathroom, behind my bathroom door. I'm not going to open this top one. This is prescription medications and stuff that has personal information. But this bottom cabinet here is more skincare from top to bottom. It's more potions and lotions and vials and creams and all of that stuff. So I need to start using some of this up, and whether it's on my body or my face, but this is why I'm not spending my money on these items in 2026.